Hi guys, we're live. So welcome to CBN today. CBN Live. We're actually at the Melbourne Convention Exhibition Centre. We're here at an exciting event at the Bitcoin and Blockchain Fair. And we actually, yesterday was an amazing day. We talked to a lot of businesses, a lot of people that are here, and they share some exciting, amazing news about crypto industry and where it's going and it's heading. There's so many exciting journey here. And we're here at the bitcoin.com.au store.
Yeah.
It's so excited to be meeting you guys. Welcome to the program today.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
you.
Tell our viewers about Bitcoin, just to get started.
So Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency that was launched in 2008. And it's a decentralized currency, which bases off on what's called a blockchain technology, which is just a distributed database, basically. And it's because of its being the first cryptocurrencies. All other cryptocurrencies have based off their some portion of the tech based off from Bitcoin as well. So Bitcoin was the genesis of the current cryptocurrency market that you see at the moment.
So a lot of viewers, especially mums and dads, they are really excited and interested to know a bit more about this industry because it's going to change them and their future, especially the next generation. Let's start with the basic, right? Can you share with our viewers what does cryptocurrency mean? I mean, is it? I understand we have paper cash, right? And then now this is digital currency. So what does cryptocurrency mean in terms of the basic mums and dads?
So cryptocurrency is based off from cryptography, where you base off it off when you sign a transaction with cryptography, you're verifying the transaction. That's the basis of it. So Bitcoin, for example, has a limit of just being 21 million cap. 21 million of Bitcoins will exist in the Bitcoin blockchain.
Bitcoin blockchain, right.
And we're currently, I think, at 17 million or something. How we came to that 17 million is what Bitcoin does is called a procedure called mining. You mine for Bitcoin using your computer hardware. So what mining basically is, you verify transactions on the Bitcoin
ledger.
On the ledger. Why it's different from a paper economy or fiat currency is because fiat currency depends on a centralized system. Like, we're currently depending on the Reserve Bank of Australia to actually understand economics and everything and print new money into the system, and at the same time burn old existing money. But that's never has happened because of the current existing system where different countries owe debt to each other and such, and so the price, what we're now seeing is a debt crisis. And so because we have based it on the centralized system, Bitcoin is decentralized because you can, as an individual, you can be mining for these coins, and and you can be mining for these coins, and that's what makes it so amazing, is because you as an individual play a part into the economy of cryptocurrencies. So that's what the revolution has come to compared to the centralized fiat system.
Sorry to interrupt, the guys in the background are taking a picture of us. I think we're famous now. I mean, it is so much interesting because it gives back to the community. Gives back to the individuals, the ability to, in charge and give ourselves, net worth. So this is about decentralization. Tell our viewers about that. So how important is it? So my core understanding was, when I thought about the current economy system, that I have a central party controlling the source of funds and creating more money into the system, is when I thought about understanding what Bitcoin is. And since as an individual you can be mining for these coins, and also so how a cryptocurrency system works is you need a mining party, you need the users to use it, the vendors to accept that as a currency, and the exchanges to exchange
the currency. So the four-party system, and that requires that I think in my books is a very solid cryptocurrency. And currently, I think the more vendors we have, of people who accept Bitcoin as a currency, I think then we will start to see true decentralization, where we no longer have to exchange our Bitcoins for fiat. We look at a pump. Right now it's trading at like 6K, right? Or 6K
right, yeah, 6.5.
Yeah, 6.5 USD. Yeah. In December, it was like nearly at 19.8K.
19.8, yeah.
So we no longer have to convert our Bitcoins to fiat to be able to buy coffee, buy milk. But instead, I take my wallet to you and I swipe it, and we're just exchanging Bitcoin. I think that we have to see a point in the vendors accepting it as a currency more.
Yes.
And that requires people to have just more knowledge about the current economic system.
Wow, that explains so much in basic terms, and I understand completely how important it is now, and a lot of you will actually understand this as well, and they will know how important it is for them to get involved, especially the merchant out there that are looking for this. So in terms of the exchange, in terms of the supply and demand and getting involved, what about the fee, transaction fee?
So transaction fee is a funny thing.
Yeah.
So back in December,
there
were just so many transactions in the Bitcoin blockchain that it got congested. And what happens is when miners have to mine or verify transactions, they can set a priority on the transactions that have a higher fee. A higher fee means when I send a Bitcoin to you, I can attach the lowest minimum fee that a miner can make a profit off from that. That is set by not only one miner, but a bunch of miners, and just take an average of what everyone else thinks is a profitable fee to mine off for those transactions. So because in November and December, there were so many transactions that miners would prioritize a higher mining fee. So say if the base mining fee was, right now it's like 1 cent. For me to send you 100 Bitcoins, which is like one, let's just say the first, for our arbitrary sake, is like 600,000. I have to pay you 1 cent. And that will be confirmed. Whereas in December, because the priority was insane, it was basically for each Bitcoin you would be spending like $20. It was insane. It was ridiculous.
Insane,
and one of the things that what's fixing this is what's called a new tech called Lightning Network, which is coming hopefully in the next few years. But there's already a beta stage for the Lightning testnet, which allows you to do off-chain transactions. So you're spending like 1 Satoshi, which is like 0.8 zeros and then 1 Bitcoin.
All right.
So you're spending that much. Wow. So which then it allows you to do microtransaction payments. So right now I think the current issue, and sorry if I'm jumping a bit too much, but I think the current issue why vendors do not accept it is because how volatile it is.
Yes.
And also because of the fees, also just the price point that is at. But with Lightning Network, it will allow vendors to do instantaneous transactions, and at that moment the settlement is done, and also the fees are super cheap.
Wow, thanks so much for sharing this information, Sudha, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of viewers need to know all this, and I think it's just going to get better down the track in the near future, right? They're going to fine-tune it, right?
Absolutely. The exciting part is we're all invested, like what I say when people want to invest into Bitcoin is to not... yes, the price is there, and everyone looks at the charts and such. But to also think of it, you're investing into the tech.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Like you said, it's the next generation of the economy. So yeah, it's investing into the tech. So I really hope people do the research and really learn about that.
I think it's going to be for long term. It's going to be for our kids' generation and their kids' generation. That they're going to be born with it, and they're going to be actually get benefit from this.
Absolutely, I think so too. I read a quote somewhere which said, I think it was by who's the richest guy?
Richard Branson?
Not Richard Branson. He's from Virgin.
Microsoft. Bill Gates.
Not Bill Gates.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah, Warren Buffett. Yeah.
Hi, Warren Buffett. If you want to see them live.
And Warren Buffett said something like, even if Facebook, even if MySpace and Friendster have died, it has paved this pathway for other social media platforms to now exist. So even if Bitcoin has died, cryptocurrency itself is here to exist.
The only way is forward.
Exactly.
Right, it's not turning back, guys.
Exactly.
Yep.
So we have now started the avalanche, and it's no turning back now.
Well, that's exciting. I'm sure a lot of viewers will watch this and they will think about this twice.
Yeah.
So in terms of, what we do, my background is in the bank, all right, ex-banker now. So in terms of, we do a lot of transaction, and back then it takes, if I transfer money to my country, where I come from, Cambodia, and it would take back then it was 2 weeks, 10 days, 3 days now, and even the checks days, 5 days to clear, now 3 days, now it's probably 1 day to clear checks, and check will not exist anymore. But so in terms of speed, right, in this platform, in this cryptocurrency, how important is it?
Share with our viewers. It's the best. It's the absolute best.
That's what I want to hear.
There's even other tokens and currencies, there's Nano, for example, which allows you near instantaneous transaction, you just done. And I think Nano is one of those platforms which has the lowest fee at the moment, which allows you to do near instantaneous transactions. So in terms of the time, for example, Bitcoin at the moment, because on average each block takes 10 minutes to be mined. So if I send you 1 Bitcoin, you would see it in your wallet near instantaneously. The actual confirmation would take around 10 minutes. But there are other cryptocurrencies which does near instantaneous confirmations, which means that you can use that currency again for anything else. And again, once with Lightning Network coming in place, Bitcoin will be able to do this as well. So the tech side of things is constantly growing.
And in terms of that, do you think a lot of merchants are coming on board?
Oh yeah, I think the issue is just with education. Education is very important.
Good point.
It's I think it should be the core of every single person who's trying to invest into blockchain tech side of things, is just being educated in what the current system is and why cryptocurrencies look to be the future.
Wow. Education is the key here. If we can share a lot more message out and pass it on to the whole world, that'll be amazing. So, all right, let's go back to you guys.
Yeah.
All right. So, bitcoin.com.au. That is a very, very good name. Of course. So how did you guys come up with that name? How did you? Wow.
Yeah, we started in 2016, and like you said, the domain is so
priceless, man.
Yeah, it is a very domain, and I'm not gonna lie, we have had a lot of people just think that we're the official Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I'd like to say we are, but then that will be going against the decentralization of the nature.
It's for the community, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we're just another exchange that existed within this ecosystem. I've been very blessed with a very good domain name and a very good team working as well. So we were just an over-the-counter exchange. So we started the idea of having to hand over your cash and get Bitcoin within your wallet that you create.
Right.
So we first started with news agents back in 2016.
Yep.
And now it's gone over where you can do EFT payments as well. And our main focus is just to make sure that you can actually exchange physical cash and actually get something of an arbitrary nature of what's called a Bitcoin. So I think that's where we first started growing the company from.
So the company has been growing ever since 2016 up to now, and the platform has been growing tremendously. In terms of the cryptocurrency listing, is that also you guys do that as well? Listing? How many listed at the moment in terms of exchange?
In the customer facing side of things, because we have daily limits in terms of how much customers can make a payment for.
Right.
So we currently offer Bitcoin and Ethereum only.
Okay.
However, we have a separate process of doing high net trades, which allows we can do 2 mil daily.
2 mil, there you go.
And for that, you can do any coin that's listed on any exchange, and we will be able to facilitate that. But that's a separate process, which is not customer facing side, as we have just found it, just seen that our over-the-counter model does not work for that sort of thing. However, like future currency listings, I hope is down the track, because I would love, because I'm a huge supporter of Monero, for example. And I would love if we were offering Monero for cash. That's just the best principle out there.
That's exciting. So in terms of local presence, are you based here, and how important is it for a lot of Australian crypto companies are based in Australia?
We're based here in Melbourne. I think the crypto space is quite small over here in Australia, as compared to other markets, like Japanese markets, Korean markets. So my hope would be to have just more exposure of Bitcoin. Not just in the sense of just the price, because there are so many other exciting tech fairs that happen in the States, coming with exciting projects and all that. So it is much more smaller space compared to other countries. However, I have seen it grow in the last 2 years already. So it's only onwards and upwards from here.
Like I said earlier, there's no turning back now. There's only ways forward,
exactly,
right? It's
exactly.
going to get bigger and bigger. So bitcoin.com.au, if you guys are interested to get involved, how do they connect with you guys?
Just reach out to us. Our email is just support@bitcoin.com.au. You can even say, hey, I saw you on the live stream.
CBN Live.
Let me know how the live stream went, and I'll be personally there to respond to you or give replies as well. So that's absolutely my job and my pleasure. I really enjoy talking to customers.
You're good.
They can even call us on our landline as well.
What's that?
This is 1-300-204-802. And they can even have a chat with us as well if they want. And I believe we're the only cryptocurrency exchange that have live call systems over here to actually have a chat to someone and just really understand the whole process, because it is a very confusing process for newcomers. Especially, I believe, the wallet creation process is the most confusing aspect, I think. So if you have any troubles creating wallets or something, just do reach out to us.
All right, so before we go, Sudha, any last thing you want to share with our viewers, something that I think the key part for today's
definitely do your research and read about the current economic system before you jump into cryptocurrencies, I believe, as I think it's really important to have an ethos or a moral sense, I think, before you come into this revolutionary aspect, which will then drive you into the future projects within cryptocurrency. So education is important.
All right, so education is important. So guys, don't forget to check out bitcoin.com.au. I think I just got one more question for you, right? Because this is important. This question, it's going to affect...
Is that coming from you personally?
Coming from me, and it's coming from, I think, a lot of the community out there. Mums and dad are worried about this. Especially, they don't see this industry as an area where it's, it should be secure. So in terms of security, right, in this industry, the bank says 100-point ID, right? So you got to give your license and so on.
Trying to get verified.
Get verified. So how important is security play a part in this industry, especially when you guys Bitcoin registered? And someone registered it?
Registered with Austrac. So Austrac came with a ruling in April 4th to verify all new customers to prevent money laundering and funding for terrorism, which is an amazing thing. As we all separate exchanges have their own way of security of dealing with this, and now we have finally got a ruling and a set of guidelines to follow. And I believe for this industry to increase in a higher capacity, it definitely needs a lot of support from the government. For them to also realize this is an actual existing thing. So in terms of security, I believe this is a step forward in terms of trying to reach out to a more mainstream place. So I believe that people should look at it in terms of the trust, that if we actually get the government's trust based off that or from there, then we also as an individual can also move along. So the whole point of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is not to go against the government, but also to help along a different system that the government will also follow along with the people. So we both have to like work hand in hand together for this system to exist. So I absolutely like think that regulation is definitely the step forward to it.
That's good because it's only going to protect the community, everyone else, and it's going to be a win-win anyway. We can move forward and build some more exciting projects.
Absolutely.
Okay, so thanks so much for being on the CBN show. You shared so much educational, very informative, and we should catch up again.
Definitely. It's a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, don't forget to visit Suda and his team at the bitcoin.com.au store here at the Bitcoin and Blockchain Fair in Melbourne. And if you see this video, don't forget to check out their website. And thanks so much for watching. And thanks, Suda, again. And see you back shortly, guys. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.